alone solves the issue. Because I'm in Nairobi, the metropolis of Kenya. Now, giving you context, bro, I've watched this. I grew up around drug dealers. All my friends used to sell drugs. All my oldies used to sell drugs. And then I grew up in the industry, bro.
So you've had that duality.
But watch this.
Right.
The first time I've ever been offered cocaine in my life was in Kenya. Do you get it?
What the hell?
Drug dealers and the industry.
But the first time you were ever offered.
But the first time someone thinks to slide me some cocaine is in Kenya.
That's mad.
Which had me, I nearly punched my nut, bruv. I was like, what are you talking about? Are you mad, bruv? I was like, you dumb, bro. I was like, whoa. And like, it hit me because, bro, I was like, I came with this guy.
What do you mean?
No, I went to a party. Was going to a party, and it was me, my brethren, and him.
Question.
I was like, yo, I rolled in with this guy. What you mean? So it got me questioning. I was like, this black shit and this Africa shit is not actually. There's more layers.
So I was like, let me highlight something.
There's more layers.
I think it's important to highlight something.
What you're perceiving.
Let's highlight something that's very important for people to follow this story. Yeah, let's highlight something very important. So when you're talking about the blackness, this is a construct, a survival construct, if you will, only in a certain circumstantial territory. Because, like, I was born in Sierra Leone, so I was able to go school there and school here. One of the things that stood out to me was when I was schooling in Sierra Leone, education was key. Knowledge was key. You got props and accredited for being smart. Being smart got you girls, got you fame and attention. So if you're the guy
culturally as well.
Culturally, this is the thing.
Yeah.
But when you come here, no one cares. No. In fact, we have derogative terms for smart people.
Yeah.
The geeks, nerd.
And for even people who are cultured.
People that are cultured are yo bush.
Hotep.
And all these things. And it's interesting because this is what I want to highlight for people who may have just, Mikel, I've just lost you for a second, but this is what we're talking about this blackness that we crave, that we hold on so to with their life. When you're around the essence of what you are, those things don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So now you're thinking to yourself, I'm with my people, on my land, with my energy, and you have all the things we could do. You show me to the shrine, you could take me to the mosque, you could take me to anywhere. You decided to offer me cocaine,
but this is
because you think where I'm coming from, this is the culture and this is what. But because his intent will seem to me like he wanted you to feel welcome because he thought.
Nah, let me go a bit deeper. Because it wasn't even about me. This is fully this kids, like these are city kids. And what I realized about it's how they function. But again,
where did you get that from? Ain't it from the West?
It is from the West. It's completely from the West. But that's what I'm saying. I meet a lot of these, like a lot of young people I met in Nairobi. It's like they want to be American or London. Right? Yeah. And it's like I'm coming from my ancestors were slaves. They're coming from our grandparents were colonized. Do you get it? And so when you learn, you realize what I'm saying is that they've got shit that they've been in their land. Sure, they know their names, they know their history, they know their thing, but colonization has meant that they look at themselves like what they are as bad. Does that make sense? And so again, it's the nigger story again. Yeah. It's the African nigger story. There's the diaspora nigger story. There's the African nigger story. We're both being niggers for some sort of survival in our head.
It's quite interesting.
Over here, it's like the institution that we're founded in. Over there, it's like I'm African and all this, and I'm deeply spiritual, but actually that means nothing in the world. So
that's quite interesting.
Being a nigger is actually better. Yeah. Do you get it? So
I think that's what we were talking. Is that what you were meaning when you said being a nigger is okay, I get it.
Do you get it? So being a nigger is better than this other shit.
Is that why people say if you're more native, they'll say, oh, you're bush, everyone wants to be westernized in the city. If you go to the cities of Nairobi, Freetown or Lagos, people want to be more westernized. If you're more westernized, you get more respect.
You get more respect.
But if you're not westernized,
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Because one thing I love about Kenya, bro, is how diverse of experience you can get. Yeah. I was in like
it's a metropolis for real.
It is the Disney film.
Yeah, for real.
Bro, so I would go from like a club. Think of your most extravagant, luxurious Dubai club, sparklers and people with like shiny shoes and all that nonsense. That's like that club, and then 45 minutes later, you're in the bush with hippos and monkeys.
For real.
Again, I'm talking bush. Yeah. Where what you just said, no one rates me.
Yeah.
In fact, they're like, this guy can't even speak. In fact, we don't even speak English. We don't even speak Swahili here. Do you get it? And that's what I'm saying. There's those, like you said, the city people who is like, the further they are away from who they are,
the more respect, the more clout.
They respect clout, and they see it as a beneficial thing. Then you go to the ends, the village, the bush, and man are not even chatting to you in Swahili. They're talking to you in local tongue. If you don't understand, guess what? If you don't understand, then that means you're not supposed to hear. Like, to get it.
That's how we do. Africans be doing that.
No, bro.
If you don't know how to speak the language, that's your problem.
It's not even petty. It's that I'm talking, innit?
Innit? So if you don't get it, that's your issue. That's your issue. That's not our issue.
I don't mind you. What's this? I don't mind you even being here. You're cool. Like, it's cool. You're good to be here. But I'm not speaking English.
It's so mad.
No.
They like
English. I'm not speaking Swahili.
Yeah.
Maybe like to greet you. I'm not speaking Swahili.
What are they speaking? Some next look. Do you remember the name?
It'd be Kikuyu.
Okay.
Kikuyu, which is one of the major languages out there, and that's most of the people I'm being around. Or it would be Luya or Luo, depending on which culture they come from. Because it's dynamic like that. But I'm saying there's that two experiences of people, and again, through me, I got to see. It's almost like I got to be in the bush and I got to be in the clubs with those two dynamics of the African experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
For example,
that makes sense.
I got man, who like their diet is cow's blood and milk. Do you get it?
Oh, yeah.
That's how deep I'm talking.
I got you.
That's like some of my brethren. Do you get it? And then I got man who they're diplomats' children. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Oh, okay.
They're politicians'
you
children.
go across the board.
Do you get what I'm saying? And they're like their house. They got 7-bedroom yards, and you know what I'm saying, and all kind.
They're from the upper echelon.
It's the different, but it's like so that both of those experiences had such a deep, profound effect on how I saw myself. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because I'm coming from a place where I'm more familiar.
Okay.
With what the city people express. That's me. I had no choice but to, like, that's me.
Because obviously that's where you're coming from.
I'm coming from that.
You're coming from that, so.
But my spiritual grounding is almost like the infant version of what's in the bush. Does that make sense?
I like that. Yeah.
So I'm bringing a perspective.
But it's so funny. I want to highlight that. That's so freaking funny because when we're here, we're looking at Mikel like, rah. But in the essence of things, that's the infant.
I'm an infant.
That's them in the grown team.
I'm an infant.
So where are we then? I'm like, if Mikel's the infant, I'm like, what am I?
Mikel,
I'm an embryo.
The infant. That might be my new one. I'm gonna go for Mikel the energy.
Mikel the infant. Bro, they're so deep because all that hit me in the head. I'm like, we're looking at Mikel, man, that's showing us a different vibration. We're like, yo, you're the infant there. So man's the sperm.
No, I don't think, bro.
Man's just a sperm.
I can write an entire autobiography about my journey to the motherland. Because, bro,
you should. You freaking should.
Bro, I've been to some spaces that you read about in mythical books, bro. Like, I'm talking about experiences, like,
first hand.
It's just, bro, man. We're like, you know what? Bro, it's too much.
So
it's too much. And what I'm saying is, so by the time I'm jumping on Instagram and showing you some shit that's wild, it's almost like I'm just following truth. Do you get it? I have a truth. There's an understanding I have about life through experience that puts me outside of a box comfortably, even though it's a box that I have to challenge.